everybody, Giuliano from Transientik Labs here. Today we will see how to master a track with Transientik Master in GarageBand. I've chosen GarageBand because it's basically free for all Mac users. It's easy to use and it's still powerful enough, but what we really need to be able to use Transientik Master is just a track. So this program is perfect. What we have to do to use our plugin, we already have installed it in the previous video. If you didn't install it yet, please look at the previous video. We just have to add the plugin in the master chain. So audio units, Transientik Lab, Transientik Master, and you will have this window open where you are asked for credentials if you want to activate it, purchasing a license, or you can continue in demo and we will do it. So you will see how the demo works with the voiceover. It's very important that we use Transientik Master in the master bus, not in the track bus, because if we have an open mix, let's say, with multiple tracks, it will work on all of them at the same time, like a mastering bus. If you put it on the single track, it will not do the same. So please be aware of this. This is the same for all the programs, for all the DAWs. The very first thing we have to do to make the plugin work on your track is to make it listen to it. You can just rewind the track to the beginning, click the Start Analysis button, and when you're ready, you just hit play and it will start listening. I will speed up the process here, of course, so you don't have to listen to the whole song. When we stop the track or when it finishes, it will get out of the analysis mode automatically. And the next step is the choice of our destination. So basically, where do we want to put this track, publish this track? We have many options. We also have a completely manual option for you to work on the advanced panels we will see now in a manual, fully manual mode. Let's say we want to publish this track on Spotify, but with a bit of aggressiveness. So even for users without the auto normalization of Spotify active, we can stand out in playlists with loudness word, let's say, songs. So I just press on loud and the plugin will start doing its job. It will basically use all the data it collected during the analysis to move all the sliders of the advanced panels: clean, equalization, compression, and limiter. We can listen to what happened and we can bypass to hear the difference, the before and after. Okay, now if we change preset, let's say we want to move to the streaming save, we will see that the system will use the data collected during the analysis to do that. We can read what the analysis found in our track, also in a very detailed way, and we can export a PDF of all this report if you want. It's very informative and it will teach you something probably about your track. Okay, next step is the fine-tuning. We proceed to fine-tuning where we have all these options to automatically make modifications to what the automation already did. Let's say we want a smoother track, we just click smoother and choose the intensity of this operation, let's say a lot. So as you can see, the system will move the relevant sliders to give us a smoother option. If the track is playing, you will hear this modification in real time as they happens. In the main meters bar, you have the in and out volume, the LUFS for the loudness, and the dBTP for the peak, and it's quite informative, and it resets automatically when you switch from a thing to the other. When we are happy with the results, we just apply Finalize Master, and we have all the room to move the controls manually if we want. So this is the basic thing that you need to do to master a track with Transientik Master. I will now go in detail on some cool things that can be done if you want to move yourself into the advanced panels and have fun with them. We can do any modification in real time as the track plays. Let's see, for example, the equalization. The funny thing is that we have always a reference point for all the sliders, and that reference point is where the automation put its mark. So we can always go back to it just using reset to auto, and we can say that we don't want to be asked again for this. And as you can see, everything goes back to the original preset we choose. And this is interesting because it always gives you a reference point. Another thing you can do is save a preset here or here. So we can give this a name. V1, for example, save it and recall it. And we can make many versions and many tests and save them as, let's say, progressive work on our track. So we can always go back where we want. We have always an undo and redo button here that makes just the last operation undoable or redoable. We can always reset there. And we have the possibility to change some options. One is to disable these animations you see, so everything is more snappy. So if you go from a preset to the other, you will have it in real time without seeing all the animations. And you can choose to stay in the main interface during the listening, the analysis process. So you can see the meters, and you will have a big stop button here if you want to stop the track in a the listening process at a specific point. Let's say you just want to analyze the loudest part of the track. You can do it if you want. We have a help, very deep in all the interface features and how to automaster a track and so on. So it's a good reference point. We have the same for all the parts of the interface basically. So there's a lot of information for each panel. This can also give you some interesting insight on what each control does. And another very interesting feature apart from this one is the fact that we can change the layout in horizontal or vertical. So basically we move the advanced panel on the right instead of having it here under. And it can be very useful if you have, for example, a very wide screen or something like that. And another interesting thing is that every part of the advanced panel, every panel can be bypassed independently. So we can listen to the track and just, let's say, avoid clean, avoid EQ. Let's see it in action. And that's basically it for the main features of Transientik Master. You can do a full reset. It will basically go back to the initial state. So it will erase all the analysis. You can always recall it if you save the preset, of course. And now the last thing you have to do is, as you have chosen a destination and you decided that's the way you want your track, you can just bump the track out. In our case with GarageBand, it's just share and export song to disk. We choose a name, a location, a format, and export. That's it. I hope you will have fun with this plugin. We use the demo version. You've heard the voiceover sometimes. If you want to remove it, of course, you can always activate, buy a license and activate it. Let me know if you have any comments or any use case you would like to share. Make it in the comments. Thank you very much. Have a great day.